It's me, Renee. I'm back, and I'm here to do a video I've done before. It's a video I'm probably gonna do like forever. I'm thinking because yeah, it's something that I care about. So for some people, I suppose, yeah, it might be new here, so it might be your first video of me or this of me. Hi, this is something I do monthly-ish. But yeah, to preface a bit. A lot of book lovers, they like feel like it's kind of like half and half. Some people like think like they don't want their books adapted because they feel like the adaptation always ruin books. And then there's some people who like want them to be adapted because kind of like me, because like you kind of want like you want someone to yeah make it come alive from where scene and like speak in that dialogue, and like yeah, we want to see the world in a TV or movie form. And yeah, that is me. And also like I'm forever optimist, so like of course I suppose I could say, but like yeah, this is all like the aspects of them doing it right, not just doing like a loosely based off story where like the title is the same but then everything else is different. No, I mean you should like use the book as a big inspiration. Of course, I know that there's gonna be some changes when you go from book to movie or book to TV, but still, I mean, why would honestly, I don't really get why sometimes when like they buy adaptation rights for X book and then there's very little of the story from the book in the TV series or movies. Like, why did you even buy the book? Why can't you just like change the names and then like like say in interviews you were inspired by this book, but don't say that it's an adaptation of it if there's like two or three small tiny things that are the same. That's not, no, that's just insulting. Giving that, yes, here I am again doing my monthly why Hollywood, why are these not being adapted for you? And yeah, because I could do like a video like in romance book because Valentine is around the corner. I have done like videos with just romance books, this themed. Today I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do everything. I'm just gonna do all the books. Maybe not all the books, but like a lot of books. So grab your cup of tea or coffee, get a blankets, and settle down because this is gonna be a little while. First, we have The Fixer with Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This came out like 10 years ago now. I feel like something like that. I got it used. Jennifer Lynn Barnes is quite known now for the naturals, for the Horton Legacy. She has written books for a long time. She just recently blew up. This is think Veronica Mars plus Scandal. It's kind of that way. And like, who doesn't love mysteries, but also like political intrigue? Who doesn't love that? Yes, that's what you said. Everyone loves that. Honestly, this it's a duology, and it's set in a world set in Washington D.C. with political intrigue, both political intrigues on like a big level, but also on like the high school level. It's just it's made for TV drama. It's just made for that. I mean, yeah, it's two books, so I suppose in a way, if you want like a often in the States, you kind of want long dramas. But quite think like you can actually probably take the inspiration from the stories. Sorry, adapt these two books and then make some new storylines that could like work into this. I mean, because like me, I'm not against people taking books and then making changes. But if you make changes that don't feel true to the book, it's like, But like if you make changes that you kind of feel like, yeah, that is something definitely something the author could have written. I feel like, yeah, that rings true. Yes, then you want that. So yeah, I mean, yes, please. Why hasn't it happened? I mean, nowadays with streamings, well, lots of streaming uh, websites all over the place, kind of seems like in a way that you get more and more adaptation happening, but then still a lot of them aren't happening. And I don't know. it just kind of feels like a no-brainer to me. I mean, it's set in modern day. There's no magic in it, so you wouldn't need CGI. I mean, there's chase scenes and stuff, so I suppose maybe you need like blue screen. So I don't know if you use green screen if there's no magic. I'm not quite sure, but like it doesn't really have to be that expensive. So yeah, Hollywood, why? Hollywood, why? Then we have a romance because yeah, there's gonna be some romances in there. The Love Con by Celeste Glass. This has friends to lovers. It has friends to lovers, fake dating. It's set around a reality show, and it's set around fandom, like the ideas like make uh like fan like what's the word again, cosplay clothes. So just so many things that kind of checks all the boxes, at least for me. It's set in modern day, so you wouldn't really need costumes or whatnot. And yeah, it's just an amazing, amazing love story. It's just chef's kiss. I feel like this could be a just uh, very good movie. I feel like it could. I suppose you could alternatively do like a limited 10-episode series. Like you don't need to make a movie. You could make it like a one season series. You could also do that. I mean, sometimes you do romance books as a series, not as a movie, and yeah, you can do both. And yeah, but anyway, I really feel like this needs to be adapted. So yeah. And yeah, this is actually a recent read. I read this in last December, so this has probably maybe not been on my other why Whyos. Well, not for a bit at least because I didn't own it before. But yeah, this needs to be adapted. Howard, Howard, are you listening? Yes. Then we have The Fiancé Farce by Alexandra Belfour. This has fake dating. It has sapphic romance. It has kind of Cinderella vibes. It has um, it has like one of the main characters, Tansy, owns a bookstore, which yeah we all love. It has great side characters, great humorous lines, great romantic lines. It's just I mean, honestly, I've talked about this book before, but in case you haven't heard about me talking about this book is one of those perfect reads. Perfect. I have zero complaints. This is a perfect read. And I suppose, yeah, maybe it won't make a perfect adaptation, but honestly, I kind of feel like why could it not? I suppose you would need some money because it's set around rich people, so you need like set pieces and like expensive clothes and whatnot. But still, I mean, shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, if Barbie can be made where they take like all the pink in the world, then you can make this. You can make this. Come on, Hollywood. Come on. All right. Then we have Heroine Complex by Sarah Kuhn. This is Asian Americans having superpowers, so they're kind of like yeah, they're superheroes. It's set in San Francisco, so it's at least I kind of think it's fun when you have a different city. I feel like all the books are either in New York or LA, and I feel like yeah, San Francisco, fun place to have it. And it's also a known place, like from Full House and Charm, so it's not a complete unknown city. Not that that matters. But yeah, great characters. This book kind of feels like a warm hug, like it's hugging you. It's so comfortable and lovely, but it's still like great villains. And yeah, I would say I kind of feel like this is a Marvel, but like with more representation because this is like lots of characters in here are Asian Americans. Lots of them are queer and all the things. And yeah, honestly, this needs to be adapted, people. People, Hollywood, listen to me, please. Then we have Somewhere in the Crowd, also a book I read last year. This is a book all about Eurovision. It's set in modern day, So I suppose I mean, you wouldn't need money if you want to. I don't know if you need to like film in the places or whatnot, but like you wouldn't need like a lot of money because it's mostly like character based. Like it takes place like every year around Eurovision, so it takes place in different Eurovision cities where they host Eurovision. So I think a lot of that you could probably do green screen stuff, and yeah, it's just a great friendship story and different love story intertwined, and yeah, it's a very good story. I mean, maybe Netflix could do this. I mean, Eurovision was kind of a Netflix hit. Could do this as well, please. Like when I'm doing these videos, I'm not saying like all of these needs to be like big screen, next Barbie level success. I'm just saying it should be adapted in some way or another. Like it could be on Netflix, could be on Disney Plus, could be in cinemas. And I mean, I feel like in a way, a lot of people talk about like this and this and this is going to streaming because streaming wants to buy everything. I feel like I mean, people also still want to see things in cinemas. So like some things could be in cinemas, but yeah, let's move on. Then we have Timekeeper by Tara Sim. This is steampunky. It is queer love story and time magic. It's set in 1800s, so you would need some costume money and magic money. But still, I can't feel like. I mean, in today's age, when you have like Game of Thrones with like lots of different offshoots, you have the Lord of the Rings offshoots. I mean, people are adapting fantasy things, and people always love to see fantasy things being adapted. It's just always so beautiful, done, and like just so just big, daydreamy, and yeah, people need this. People want this. Please, please, BBC, someone, please. Then we have Stonebroke Heiress, which I'm kind of wanted to kind of keep on. I read this like 2 weeks ago now, but yeah, I will say that this is kind of like Legally Blonde, but set in the UK, uh, or Legally Blonde slash Miss Undercover in a way, because it's about someone like she starts being rich and then things happening. She has to get a job or learn to work for herself, but there's also like realizing that she can do stuff that she didn't thought she could do, and like yeah, it's kind of like yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say it's kind of like a female empowerment movie or story. But it's also a love story in here, but I would say like love story maybe a bit like more B side of line, but the main plot I would say is kind of like finding yourself and like discovering that you can starting over, and yeah, learning to be resourceful for yourself and whatnot. And yeah, it's just a very, very, very good book. And I think it would just be so cool to be adapted. Really, it would just be an amazing adaptation. Like it kind of feels like Bridget Jones, but like for a modern audience in a way, or like not that kind of that in a way. So yeah. And then we have Out of the Blue by Jason June. Talked about this book before. It's just one of those again perfect books, and yeah, probably there will be some changes when you adapt it, but like if you just like change like 2 or 3 things, like minor things from this book, it would still be so amazing because like every point in this book is amazing. So like if you just take out a few things, it wouldn't really matter because you still have so many cool things to like tell the story from. And yeah, this has queerness, it has a love story, it has summary vibes, it makes you think about gender, makes you think about life and philosophize, and yeah, it's an amazing, amazing story and read, and it needs to be adapted like yesterday. It needs to be adapted, okay? Hollywood, Hollywood! Yeah. And then we have, sorry, Dark Mirror by M.J. Putney. This came out like 10 years ago, a bit more than that now, but still. It's a historical universe where you have aristocrats who have magic, but they also time travel. And it's also kind of quite fun because, like, the main characters that you meet in this series, they hang about. Like, the present is the 1800s, but they time travel to the 1940s. So it's their future, but like for us, it's just past. But like usually in time travel stories, if someone goes to the past, it's from the present to the past. But here, it's the past to the past, and yeah, quite like that kind of dealio there, really. And yeah, also just great characters, great world. It's just so amazing. I kind of feel like this world, kind of in a way, kind of wanted to be like a TV series because I feel like the world is so fleshed out. You could do like 3 seasons of like 10 episodes seasons. I would think that would be amazing. Like 40 minutes episodes. That would just be so perfect. And yeah, I mean Hollywood. Why has no one done this? I don't know. Maybe I think control isn't lucrative. But like, I mean, Doctor Who is like huge. And honestly, I suppose in general, I don't really feel like why isn't time travel more used in like, well, adapted more time travel books? Because I mean, Doctor Who is a thing, and it's a huge thing. Back to the Future, huge thing. Both those are time travel things. So I mean, there's lots of time travel things to do. Why aren't they being adapted? I don't know. It is weird. Moving on, we have On the Fence by Casey West. Kind of Cinderella retelling in modern story. It's quite a summary story, and yeah, why romance, uh, cute and nice, though also with some emotions to it. It's set in summer. I feel like it could be quite nice, like I kind of feel like it could be quite nice, like Netflix movie. Like, yeah, in a few years, like because lately, like Netflix has done first it did To All the Boys, and now they've done well. That Netflix hasn't done, but like now uh, this summer, I Turned Pretty has also been a thing. Like, why no one has adapted Case West books yet? It's a big mystery to me. Honestly, big mystery. So, yeah, give me a moment. I'm just gonna fix something. Yes. Then we have another surprise time travel book. I mean, named by Mary Curley, first in a series of 4 books. You might be getting fifth book, I'm not quite sure, but so far 4 books. It's a time travel, uh, one of those time travel stories where it's like a group of time travelers, not just one, but like several. They're going back in time to like save the world. There's the good time travelers, the bad time travelers, and there's love, there's drama, there's friendship. It has everything. I mean, honestly, this needs to be adapted. I can't understand why it hasn't, because it was never a huge bestseller. Well, it was bestselling enough that it's been translated to several languages. It's like it has several covers, so like for it to be printed again and again, people have to buy it. So this is the original cover, which I quite love most, really, in a way. And yeah, this needs to be adapted, people. People, do you hear me? Yep. Then we have. Where am I gonna go now? Yeah, let's go there. Then we have the Clockwork Scarab, which is a steampunk YA mystery series. Think 1800s. Uh, think teens who both are smart and head, and one is more like hits before she thinks. But like, yeah, there's like a gang, a friend group of two. Like one of them being intelligent, like brainy. One of them being more like uh, action action focused. They both solve mysteries. It's set in a world where like there's vampires and like time travel and different magic elements, and yeah, it's amazing. It needs to be adapted. Why it hasn't, I don't know. And this is one of the other books in the series of 5 books. People read it and adapt it. And then we have another superhero series. It is Not Your Sidekick, Not Your Villain, and Not Your Backup. And the fourth book is coming soon. This is a superhero teen series. It's set in a world where like there's lots of superheroes, not just some, but like superheroes everywhere. And like, and also all the characters, main characters, it's also a friend group. The main characters, they're bi, they're asexual, they're genderqueer, like lots of different queerness, but also lots of different ethnicities. There's Asian Americans, African American, Italian Americans, different all sorts, and it's just, yeah, great storylines also, not just the characters but also storylines, and it's just amazing. I mean, I know people talk about superhero fatigue. I feel like it's more like mild fatigue, and I feel like this. I mean, this could just make you fall in love with superheroes all over again, and it's just so fun and funny and charming, and yeah, it needs to be adapted. And then we have the Duke. Sorry, the Duke Undone by John Lovell, historical romance with uh, a lady artist, which in the olden days you didn't really we didn't really have a lot of lady artists. So yeah, this is a lady. She wants to learn to paint and stuff, and shenanigans happen when, like, early in the book, she paints a drunken man, and that painting gets popular, and shenanigans happen. Also, mystery happen, and romance happen, and yeah, just a great story. Then we have another artist based book, Starry Nights. This is kind of like Night at the Museum, but like for YA audience, because it's all about a museum in Paris where the art at like when it closes, the art comes to life. Like they go out of the paintings and come alive, and it's just amazing book in all its ways, and needs to be adapted. And then we have Hourglass by Myra McIntyre. And again, what is this? Are you sensing a theme? It is a time travel trilogy with a big cast of characters, time travel, and like with different time magical abilities, and yeah, it's just amazing. Again, so good. Needs to be adapted. And again, this is a book that people probably have heard of or might have heard of. It was like all over BookTube 10 years ago when it came out. Like, it was all over BookTube for a reason. It's very good. It is Passenger by Alexandra Bakken, which is a time travel story. They go through lots of different time places, not just one place, but like lots of different time periods. It's family history. Oh, sorry, family secrets, old family history. A love story that's forbidden or impossible, and yeah, just all the amazing things, and needs to be adapted. Then we have The Next Together by Lauren James. This is actually not a time travel story. Well, this one time travel aspect to it. Mostly it is a reincarnation story, which, yeah, it's also quite a nice little trick to like adapt and have as a story element. And yeah, the both of the main characters, well, two of the main characters, because there's several main characters. Two of them work in STEM, which is just so fun. And yeah, it's just lots of different great characters, great uh, part of history explored here, and yeah, just amazing. Needs to be adapted like yesterday. Okay, yesterday, people, get on this. And then we have The Duke Heist by Erica Ridley. This might look like it's all sex because of the cover. It's not all sex, though there's romance and flirting in it. It's more like, yeah, focus on Duke heists. There's like the heist is the main point. They're trying to steal something, or honestly, steal something back. It's kind of Robin Hoody, but it's part of the story. And like the characters are just amazing, and the plot line is just so good. And yeah, it needs to be adapted. And then we have An Extraordinary Union by Alyssa Cole. You have spies, you have African Americans, you have the American Revolution, no, American Revolution, you have the American Civil War, called the Civil War. Just so many cool elements and great things about this book. Well, and also, again, this book is one of those perfect reads. I have several complaints. It's amazing, amazing book. Needs to be read and adapted. Definitely adapted. Well, of course, that's why it's in this video, but yeah. I suppose in a way you can say like, why do you always say it needs to be read? I feel like I say like it needs to be read, but I feel like some of these books I don't feel like they're older reads or they're like not that well known. So, like it's not like just saying like this needs to be that. Also like people need to check out the book and also be with me and like hoping it gets adapted, but like do both. So yeah. Dark Days by Just Accardo. This is Veronica Mars plus Supernatural. So yeah, Veronica Mars in a like magical society or like magical aspect to it. And in this one, her mom is the private investigator, and her dad is actually a demon. And she investigates both magical but also normal everyday mysteries and sassiness, and it's just so good. Needs to be adapted. And then we have Old Magic by Marion Curley. This has time travel, curses, family prophecies, and magic, witches, and kind of not enemies to lovers. Well, I suppose in a way they kind of are enemies to lovers in a way, because at the beginning they don't really get along, but they have to get along, and they end up in love, and it's a great story. It's a great story. Then we have A Caribbean Heiress in Paris. This is a historical romance. There's like females breaking the glass ceiling, and we're also like, yeah, great characters. And yeah, well, also one of those perfect reads. So yeah, needs to be adapted. This one came out 2 years ago now. I feel like a lot of people have heard about this and read this. So like, yeah, just like join me. It needs to be adapted. In yeah, join me in yelling at like Hollywood. And then we have The Cursed Carnival. This one came out a few years ago now. But yeah, it's an anthology of different Rick Riordan Presents authors writing short stories. Some of them new and some of them like with old characters. And honestly, I didn't love all of these stories, but I feel like all of them could make amazing movies or TV series. So yeah, this whole shenanigan needs to be adapted. Then we are soon finished, but not quite. Then we have the Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies. this is not a book set like steampunk. It's not like magical society, but it's the 1800s and like just women who are like fighting against society because they're kind of thought of as like irrelevant because they're in their 40s, so they're ancient, and they're not married, so they're irrelevant. But yeah, they're rich, so they have money, so they're outcasts because of reasons, but they have money, so there's that. And yeah, it's just an amazing read and needs to be adapted. Like, and we honestly kind of feel like this could be a new Barbie like movie because it's very female focused. Well, not just all movies that Barbie like female focused about, but like it kind of feels like yeah, it could like if you had like the right director and like a right cast, this could just be I feel like in a way yeah the new Barbie for like the future really. Then we have Spoiler Alert by Oliver Jade, a romance set in a fandom universe, like like around fandom, with a fat main character being April, and the other character Marcus being an actor, and yeah, it's just yeah, kind of I suppose in a way kind of think fangirl, but like for adults, I suppose that's kind of same dealio. I don't know, ish same dealio, and yeah, I mean you would need money like for like the when you think about the fandom they're in, like you would need money for those scenes. So I suppose that could maybe just be done. Like you could do them also just do them um animate those parts. You don't really need to film them or just think about them. I don't know, but yeah, it needs to be adapted. Yeah, give me a little moment. Yes. Now up next we have a book that actually was has been rumored at times several times in the past to be adapted. We had like a big breakthrough 2 or 3 years ago. I think like yeah, I think it was Netflix who bought the rights, and they actually I think they actually had a script, and then reasons it didn't happen. So like still hoping that it will happen. I feel like I've heard some rumors that might happen just by different studio and whatnot, but I haven't heard anything concrete. So until I hear something, I'm going to be hyping this. It is the Mediator, Meg Cabot. I mean, you have a sassy main character. You have a love story between a human and a ghost, so it's impossible love. You have, I mean, a main character who kicks ass. A main character who's both nice, but also she's quite, she has like a, she's not a Mary Sue, so like she has self confidence. She like she knows that she what she can and what she can't do, and like yeah, she goes for what she wants, and I just love her, Zeus, as a main character, and yeah, I mean, this needs to be adapted, everyone. Why have this not been adapted? It's just weird. And maybe I think that things for teens has to be like Harry Potter level or like 12 level. It can't be like be because this is a bit more like it's a bit more like high school drama with some ghosts in it. It's not like very ghost focused, I would say in a way. But still, you would still also enjoy this, wouldn't you? I think you would. I mean, it is a very well beloved book series, so like you just from that point of view, you have like some fans who want to see it being adapted. So yeah, Hollywood, what is the deal with you? What is the dealio? Yep. And then we have a Norwegian book, which uh, yeah, adding in here because it's just amazing and probably I won't really have that many Norwegian viewers here, but well, I think I have some. Uh, but yeah, anyway, I'm gonna mention it. It is Benny Går Berserk, which or the Benny series. This first one being a kind of Home Alone, but like for modern audience in a way, because like the thing is, his parents wants like his family to go away for Christmas, and Benny loves the snow and loves like traditions and just like having a normal snow Christmas. So he's trying to like destroy, like he destroys passports and stuff. So he does all of those things kind of. So it's a very funny book, but also on the heartfelt book and also heartfelt series, and yeah, in it to be adapted. Definitely, definitely does. And then have Things a Bright Girl Can Do by Sally Nichols, which has several things that's kind of, I would say, in a way, like a easy no-brainer, like movie, because I feel like often you think movies, okay, what will sell? Like, what do people want? People often want, like, yeah, sometimes people, like, they want, like, known things, but they also want something new. People often talk about, like, oh, I want something new. This First World War instead of Second. It has suffragettes, so cool feminist elements there. It also has different parts of suffragettes movements. You have the movement from the aristocracy of like wanting to be a student at Oxford. You also have the idea of girls wanting to have a job and not just being a wife. You have Quakers who didn't want to fight during First World War, so you have lots of different feminists there, really. And you have queer feminists. So yeah, you have everything here, and it needs to be adapted. I mean, yes, you would need money for the costumes, but like, still, I mean, costume dramas are made, so it's not like it is too expensive. So yeah, and then we have two recent reads for me and kind of newish books. We have Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. This is sorry, it's witches, is trans teens, also gay teens, and also Latino community. It is tradition. It is a bit of a crime mystery. It has so many elements to it, and it's, yeah, honestly, it would just be amazing. I think this could either be like a cool, very good, like 2.5 hours movie, or it could kind of be like a 8 hour miniseries. Both of those could definitely work. So, but yeah, anyway, it needs to be adapted. Then we have Pride and Prejudice in the City by Rachel Lippincott. This is a queer time travel and time travel romance. It has so many great characters, and yeah, it needs to be read by everyone, but also adapted like yesterday. And then we have a older book, which I feel like a lot of people already heard about. Honestly, I don't really think I've heard rumors about this one being adapted, which baffles me because it feels like a no brainer. It is Jigarella by Ashley Poston. It's a Cinderella retelling, which people often love, like the ones we already have, like A Cinderella Story, Ever After, or like Ella Enchanted. They all have like big cult fandoms and like fans. This could just be modern kind of that way. That movie, and it just feels like a no brainer. It has all the great elements. It has fandom. It has Cinderella aspects. It has food. It has, I mean, all it has representation because the male main character and love interest is half Indian. So it's just so many things here, really. So yeah, I don't know why it's not been. It's weird. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked this longer video and agree with some of my points. And if you have other books you want to see adapted, talk about those in the comments. And I'll see you soon. Bye.